again, everyone. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special postseason coverage of baseball on the show. With me are Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, lots of storylines here as we approach the start of Game 4.
And I don't know that I would say that I'm totally surprised that it's 3-0 right now. I mean, I knew they were capable of going on a run like this, but to come in and put it to them the way they have, that's what I think all three of us maybe didn't expect. But I just think it shows the character of this ball club. And it starts right at the top. I think it's a really good reflection of the manager that he's got them to where they are right now.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now your 2016 Houston Astros.
And briefly here, a glance at the two starters who'll get the ball here in this one. With that, here are Ned Yost's Kansas City Royals in this one. EK, any thoughts?
Well, guys, look out for Lorenzo Cain as this game moves along. He's made a difference in this series so far. Already with 2 home runs to his credit, he looks really locked in at the plate, and I think he's got a good chance to keep that hot hitting going.
Mike Scott is charged with keeping their hopes alive on the mound here in the League Championship Series. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, guys, the last outing for him was not good for the earned run average. Gave up 7 earnings. Gonna have to do a lot better in this one.
With a moment now, let's call on a look at how the Astros line it up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, Matty, if you can say there is a defensive threat on this team, he's standing down there at first base. I say that because he's very good at keeping balls in front of him, helping his fellow infielders. Just a guy that's an asset every single game.
Christian Colon will take his cuts now, and he is one guy whose bat has not made the transition from regular season to postseason.
Yeah, and he was so good during the regular year, but he's been a non-factor so far in this postseason.
Chop foul right at home plate at strike 1.
First pitch, 7:05.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Oh, man, what a perfect pitch right there in a perfect spot. And that's exactly how you have to attack a guy like this. He wasn't even close on that pitch.
That misses 1-2. Expected to get a little cooler as we go on, but the temperature at game time, 68 degrees. Scott's ready. Here's the 1-2. Slow roller back to the mound. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And they'll wind up with no play here as he reaches first safely.
That's a tough way to start a ball game on the mound. He makes a good pitch, gets himself a ground ball, but it's in a spot where they can't make a play on it.
Lorenzo Cain will stand in now for the first time, coming off, well, nothing short of a dynamic performance last time out.
Well, it makes you wonder how they're going to attack him here in this game. I would bet that they're a lot more cautious with him.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. On the ground is short. This could be 2. Altuve for 1. On to first, a double play.
Well, so much for that leadoff single to start the ball game. Here's a good pitch to the number 2 hitter, and he gets him to beat it into the ground, and that's an easy double play.
Russell Daniels will come on now, and no sooner did it look like they may have something started than the double play took it all away.
And that's especially tough when you figure the part of the lineup they're in, these are the guys you want to have hitting with runners on base.
Tap foul at home plate. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. A little bouncer. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. No runs on a hit, no errors, and no one left. Now the Astros will get their first opportunity. No score. Time now for a quick look at the hometown Astros starting lineup. Eric, who should we keep an eye on?
Well, you really have to appreciate what Jose Altuve brings to this team. He's one of the fastest guys in all of baseball. His speed can be the difference maker. Having that kind of speed on the base path is a huge headache for opposing pitchers.
Ian Kennedy is the man on the mound for the fourth game of the series. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, guys, remember, he's got 5 pitches to work with, so that really makes it difficult for the hitter. He can change speeds, ball moving in and out. Not a lot of fun for the hitters.
Now that we have a chance, let's take a look at the defensive alignment for Kansas City. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric?
Well, Matty, when you're talking about watching somebody throw a ball across the diamond, this guy throws it like a laser. Over at third base, doesn't have the great range, but if he gets his hands on it, oh my, can he throw it.
Carlos Gomez will stand in, and this pitching staff has kept his bat silent throughout the series so far.
Yeah, just 2 hits for him so far, but you got to figure he's due. I don't think they're going to hold him down all series long.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. Drives it out to deep right center field. Kane going back, and this one is gone. A home run. It's a solo home run off the bat of Carlos Gomez. His second home run of the series, and the Astros take a 1-0 lead.
And this is one of those guys that we consider to be part of that new breed of leadoff hitter. You know, it used to be that your leadoff guy was a guy that might hit 3 or 4 home runs a year. But nowadays, managers are realizing, hey, my leadoff guy is going to get more at-bats than anyone else in my lineup over the course of the season. So why not put a better hitter up there rather than just a punch-and-Judy guy? And that certainly worked out for him right here.
George Springer will get his first opportunity here in Game 4. And you'd have to say he's been a non-factor here these first 3 games.
And if they're going to have any chance of moving on, he's going to have to step up his game. They need him to help anchor this attack, and he's been absent so far.
First pitch of the at-bat. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. The windup and the 0-1. On the ground to the left side. Taken in by Brett on to first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out.
The shortstop, Carlos Correa.
Carlos Correa will get a shot here, and he's looking to get off the schneid. Hitless in the series so far.
And he's an important guy to get going. If they're going to have any chance in this series, he really needs to start getting a little more involved.
In there, no balls and a strike.
Just no chance to pull the trigger on that pitch. That's on him way too fast.
Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. And the first baseman can't get there. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Yeah, and you know, that's a nice play back there behind the plate. For a big guy, look how quickly he springs to his feet, gets rid of that mask, and then he finds the ball here to make the throw to first to get his man.
Jeff Bagwell will dig in here, and it's been a series to forget for him so far as you see the numbers there.
And with these guys just one game away from going home, he may not have too many more opportunities to turn things around. He's got to make every at-bat count from here on out.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2. Well, time to look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Dave Lawrence.
Yeah, and Lawrence is a good umpire. I've seen him get some stares from lefty hitters before on pitches away, but maybe only a handful of times.
0-2, here it comes. Strike 3 called as he can't get the bat off his shoulders. Side retired. Astros off and running on the solo homer. Second inning coming up. It's now 1-0 Houston. Leading off the inning, Eric Hosmer, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat, because you know he has big-time power.
Hit sharply on the ground. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second.
Well, that's a nice job right there to readjust to that curveball. I don't know if he was sitting on it or what, but he certainly hit it hard. Unfortunately for him, right at someone.
Alex Gordon will stand in now, hoping to duplicate the performance he turned in last time out, albeit in a losing effort.
Yeah, but I don't think you can pin that loss on him. He was tremendous. He just needed a little more help.
Scott has his sign. Here's his offering. Smoke toward the hole. And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single.
You could see him just basically jumping at that first pitch. He pulls it into right field for a solid base hit.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez, as he'll take a look at ball 1. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Hard liner toward short. So this is pulled in by the shortstop, but they'll just get the 1 out here as the runner will get back safely at first. And with 2 away, here's a look at our updated playoff brackets. And the question on everyone's mind is, will we be able to punch our first ticket to the World Series after tonight's ball game? George Brett will stand in, and you see the numbers for the series so far. He's really been one of their unsung heroes.
Well, it seems like in just about every series, you get that one guy who really steps up, and he's been that guy so far.
He's set. Here it comes. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Springer moves over, and the inning is over. Royals leave 1. They still trail 1-0. Colby Rasmus will dig in now, and he's picked the wrong time of year for his bat to go silent.
Yeah, just one hit in the series so far for him, and they're going to have to